May the grace and the peace of God the Father and Son Jesus our Lord be with you today as we continue in the book of Matthew, chapter 10, from verse 28 today. This is your morning devotion. Welcome again to your cup of joe. Good morning to Evangelist Dexter Friday, Sam Reed, Alarusa, top of the morning to you and all of you guys across the various social media networks. May God's peace be with you. So verse 28, he then tells the 12 to have no fear of any men which can harm the body. Remember, they have been sent on a mission and in a hostile environment, and controlled by evil principalities, where they were also told to avoid being persecuted by moving from town to town. Then he tells them that exposing the entities is his strategy, telling them now, have no fear for their mortality, nor those who can threaten their mortality. They are powerless when it comes to their souls or their spiritual existence. So he shows them the two clear distinctions of their existence, both physically or mortally and spiritually. He then tells them, instead of fearing them which can hurt the body, fear him which can destroy both the soul and the body in hell, identifying that God can destroy both existences, the physical and the spiritual, whilst the other could only destroy one existence of men. So they are encouraged in this manner. Verse 29, Jesus then further illustrates the body and soul concept to them by showing them one cost of 2 items, being a farthing for 2 sparrows. Now, although they shared the same cost, one could perish without the next. This is true, but it cannot perish unless God gives the authorization. This understanding to greatly encourage them to continue amidst the hostile environment they have been sent into. It's like saying this: even though the enemy has power to kill the body, the flesh, it still cannot be done unless the Father allows it. They are never in control. Verse 30 then tells them that the very hairs of the head are numbered. The minutest detail is accounted for with them, reassuring them that the Father has them totally covered. Seeing if their hairs are accounted for, and they, although minute, are a vast number, God is taking care of every particular detail from the smallest with each of them, and so with you also. Verse 31, they are further encouraged as he says to them to fear not, seeing they are more valuable than many sparrows, just adding a little humorous reassurance. It doesn't matter the environment a believer exists in or which is controlled by any principality. The believer is encouraged to be fearless during every and all situations and encounters. Do not allow the threat to your mortality bring you to any position of disturbance to show or reflect any weakness. The truth is that the enemy does not have any control on what matters and cannot do anything unless God grants the authorization to do so. The thing is, if God allows it, it will be for his eventual outcome and glorification. I want you to remember today that the minutest detail of your physical body, God has in his care. The enemy has boundaries and can never cross it. Totally trust in God to see after your every situation. The enemy has no power over you. Your value to God is great, and operate fearlessly in the face of the enemy with the blood banner of Jesus upon you, and throw them back. And every attempt they make to attack a child of God, you have to disregard the Father, and that cannot happen. Trust in him to silence every enemy, tear down every stronghold, destroy every attack, every spoken word against you, every accusation, wicked intent and motive, to demolish every thought, action, to bring every motion to halt, to reverse their evil deeds upon them, and cancel they and their plans totally, just to trust in God. Amen. I'll see you guys tomorrow. This is Pastor Solomon De La Rosa in God's grace.